Hey guys, Krisha here. Please be cautious of any fake comments and emails you may receive from people pretending to be Mango Research. Sean and I will never ever contact you for investment opportunities or anything of that sort. To get in touch with the real Mango team, make sure to join our official Discord chat using the link in the description below. Stay safe out there. And remember, do it Mango. And what's up, you guys? Welcome to the Mango Grove. My name is Krisha, and this is going to be a very quick update on Vechain. Alright, so we'll be going over Vechain USDT as well as Vechain BTC today. However, we are first going to start off with that Mango dashboard. So without further ado, let's jump in. I'm currently on the weekly time frame on that Mango dashboard. I'm going to go ahead and filter out Vechain from the list. Now, just a quick heads up, I haven't really looked at the Vechain chart today, so we'll pretty much be dissecting this one together. I do know that yesterday it was strong. Okay, I was looking at all the pullbacks, and Vechain actually performed extremely well off of its region of support. So as you can see here on the weekly time frame on the Mango dashboard, Vechain USDT is still long. Okay, so that macro trend, guys, is still bullish. Alrighty, Vechain BTC also bullish. Macro trend is also telling us that this is a long trade right now. If you manage to catch a trade on the weekly time frame on Vechain USDT, you are currently up a good 1,446%. Like, I can't even call that a chunky move because it's more than just a chunky move. That's just going to be an understatement. Vechain BTC, guys, a good 208% against Bitcoin. Okay, now I recall that the last time I covered Vechain with you guys, I gave you targets. Now, I know that many of you guys, everyone's really excited about Vechain. It's one of those really hot coins right now. And I know that you can trade it on margin. Okay. Now, if you are new to the space of cryptocurrency, not just cryptocurrency, just trading in general, and, you're seeing these people put on margin trades. Now, margin trades, it's got an allure to it, right? You're able to put up a bigger position than you usually can put up with the amount of money that you have on the exchange. That's what a margin trade allows you to do, right? However, please note, guys, that you're borrowing money when you say 2x leverage, 5x leverage, and that's still on the lower side. There are people that are just going ham on margin, and on the smallest moves to the downside, they are getting liquidated. Okay, you do not want to be one of those people. You do not want to be one of those people in a raging bull market. And if you, over leverage, if you go ham on the leverage, you are going to get liquidated on the smallest moves, especially if you do not know how leverage works. At the very least, you owe it to yourself and that account of yours to understand what it is that you are doing with leverage and how it all works. Okay, because what happened now, even though Vechain USDT has not lost its bullish trend, on yesterday's pullback, there are people that got liquidated, that got margin called. And that is not a badge of honor. There is no badge of honor actually in that, okay? That is just not a badge that you want to be wearing. That's not something that you should be proud about, because the name of this game ultimately boils down to longevity, all right? And longevity is going to come with you actually preserving your capital, okay? Not just making, but even preserving also allows you to learn. For those of you who have been with Mango for some time, you guys know that I didn't do too well in the last bull market. I'll be very honest with you guys. Okay, I made my big bucks, believe it or not, in the bear market. Okay, but what allowed me to do that was the fact that I still managed to preserve, something of my account by the end of it. And that's what allowed me to play with. I had something to play with in the bear market. Every chart that I dissect with you right now is all because of what I learned in the bear market. Okay, and it is because of the bear market that I have come out flush. So this is to say that if you just so much as even preserve, you can also make money in the bear market. Don't just look at this as a small window of opportunity and just go ham, just go full throttle on leverage. All right, because you are going to get wiped if you do not know what you're doing. Okay, so that's enough of my lecture. Getting back onto the dashboard. The weekly, guys, still long, still bullish. Great, so let's get on over to the daily. The daily is also long bullish, so this trend is also intact. This long trend change came in 13 days ago if you caught a trade based on the dashboard. Okay, the dashboard essentially gave you this long trend change 13 days ago. If you caught a trade on this, you are up 149% against USDT. Vechain BTC also gave us a long trend change, which came in 12 days ago. Okay, if you caught a trade on the Bitcoin pairing, then you are up 134% against Bitcoin. Okay, so Vechain right now is trending extremely well against Bitcoin. It is outperforming Bitcoin. Okay, how about the 4-hour time frame? Ooh, nice. Vechain USDT is long on the 4-hour time frame, and guess what? This came in just now. So this is interesting. However, Vechain BTC, guys, is still in neutral territory. What I want to see is Vechain BTC also flip long, and that is going to tip me off on the first break out of consolidation for Vechain BTC. So far, I think it's looking good. Okay, now let's get into the charts. This is not Vechain, this is Sol. Just a quick heads up, I did cover Solana right before this, so you should see that video on the main channel. I will also link it above if you are interested in Sol. I do believe that there's a pretty neat trade setup on this, so definitely go ahead and check that out. But without further ado, let's get into Vechain. Let me just drag this here. Beautiful. And Vechain USDT. Wow, Krisha, wow. That is messy. All right, and we're back with a neater chart. I hope that my previous chart did not give you guys an anxiety attack. It surely gave me an anxiety attack, but I've managed to clear out much of my lines. But now let's go ahead and bring up the original targets that I had discussed with you last week, right? So let's go and bring those up. Beautiful. Now, I think I posted my last Vechain analysis on April 15th. So somewhere around here. Okay. Now, this is what I was looking for. I said if price starts breaking this 18-cent region, I will be looking for continuation to the upside, getting all the way up to 22 cents. Okay. And that's essentially what we saw here, right? So, things have been so bullish on this chart. We managed to get up to 22 cents. We're currently holding it as support, and now we have officially seen another high, a candle body close high on Vechain USDT. Okay, we essentially took out these highs right here, and we also got supported on that 22-cent region. But notice this candle. Okay, now this is when we saw that massive pullback across the board on all the altcoins as well as Bitcoin. Right? This is the candle that shook people out, that even got people to, well, get liquidated. And this is one thing that I keep harping on about, and there's a lesson in this candle. Guys, Vechain, if I just zoom out of this chart, okay, it's a bloody volatile chart. And if you are not factoring in the volatility when you are taking your positions, you are not going to be prepared for moves like this. Because imagine what happened here, okay? Fine, price got supported along that 22-cent region, but then we saw a dump to the downside, and that was not an ordinary wick. That was a good what? That was 25%. 25% gone. Okay, but only for price to get picked back up again. The bulls picked it up again. That move to the upside yesterday was powerful. Okay, it got eaten back up, and now we're once again not only over 22 cents, we have also gone and officially taken out the candle body close highs there. All right, so if you do not have your risk management in place, you are going to get caught on the wrong side of this trade. And it's a crappy feeling when you're caught on the wrong side only for price to move in your favor as you had anticipated. Okay, that's not something that you want to be sitting through. Now, this was going to be a volatile zone. Why is that? Because notice this candle right here. Okay, this candle alone, this was a daily candle, and Vechain USDT did a 33% on this candle alone. Any break below this 22-cent region was going to be bloody volatile. Okay, that's what it tips you off on. So when you see volatility pick up on the chart, seedlings on volatile charts, please employ the risk management system that Sean has built for you. Okay, it literally, I can be in these trades and I will sleep like a baby at night. That is what that risk management system does for me. If you are not using it, these trades are going to get the best of you. So use that risk management system because that is the gold. That is the edge. Okay, it's a system that would have kept you in this trade despite this pullback. Alrighty, now as things have sort of unfolded on this chart, Vechain, I believe, does want to make another move to the upside. But now let's go ahead and also put on our Ichimoku cloud. I want to see where we are relative to the cloud. And here it is, the Ichimoku cloud on the 2-day time frame. Things are still very, very much bullish on the cloud. The cloud is green, of course. The TK cross is still bullish, okay. The 21 EMA sloping to the upside. It looks like it wants to get up to price as opposed to the other way around. How about 10 SMA? 10 SMA, 21 EMA bullish crossover setup is also intact. Okay, let's also go ahead and put on our Mango Dynamic. Mango dynamic on the 2-day time frame, guys. Green. Okay, it's still bullish. It is still very much in bullish territory. The upline, however, is coming in at 18 cents. Okay, lining up with that immediate support that we have right here. Okay, the one that we broke out of. Now, as things sort of unfolded on this chart, could we get another retest? If price starts breaking below 22 cents again, okay, I'll be looking for candle body closes underneath 22 cents. Yes, then perhaps we get another retest of this 22 cent, of this 18 cent region, apologies. Okay, but notice this wick. Notice where this wick came down to. We came down to the upline right there. Okay, not only did we come down, the bulls picked it back up aggressively on that. So even if we do get another test to the downside, I think we're likely going to see people step in a lot earlier. Okay, so now this is the 2-day time frame. How about the daily time frame? We were on the daily before. Unfortunately, my chart pooped on me. But okay, so now the daily time frame too, the dynamic is coming in right here at around that 19 cent region. The upline is right over that. Okay, notice once again, price got down. There was so much confluence there, right? We had that major break of that 18 cent region. Dynamic is coming in there. Upline is coming in there. How about the daily cloud? You have the Tenkin right there, the 10 SMA also, I'm guessing. Yes, look at the confluence. Anyone who caught a bid on that region, if you were patient enough to catch a bid on that region, massive props to you. Well deserved. So Vechain USDT, guys, still looks like it wants to move to the upside. Okay, I am looking for continuation on this chart. But now question is, Krisha, where to? Right, where to? So I have a couple of additional targets now for you guys, since we are well over that 22 cent region. So let's get a drum roll, please. And 1 and 2. Boom. I know that was not as neat, but hey, targets are targets. Whatevs. Okay, so the next target, I believe, comes in at 28 cents. Alrighty, that is the most immediate target that I have for Vechain USDT. And you guys are probably like, Krisha, that's not enough. Well, guess what? I gotta look at price action on the chart. I can't just, just come up with anything, right? So, but from where price is at right now to the next target, that's a good 13% still, okay? If we start getting over 28 cents, then the next region only comes in at 35 cents, which is a good 37% to the upside. If I just had to place my bets on it, looking at this candle right here, I say we make our way to the upside. Okay, now for those of you who have been following my videos for some time, you guys know that the midpoints, they're key. I've been looking at them to tip me off on continuation. So for this zone that we're currently oscillating within, which is going from 22 cents to 28 cents or 29 cents, we can round up, the midpoint comes in at 25 cents. Okay, so if on the 4-hour time frame we start getting over 25 cents, only then will I be looking for continuation to the upside. So now let's go ahead and get on over to that 4-hour time frame. Okay, so as you can see here, I'm just going to zoom into this. Beautiful. As you can see here, we've broken out, right? We've taken out these highs right here. Allow me to just highlight them for you. All right, we were consolidating. We put in like this falling sort of wedge, a nice clean break with an engulfing candle, took out the 10 SMA2 as well resistance back then turned support that came in at 22 cents. All right, started trending over that, and now we officially have one 4-hour candle body close over that 25 cent region. However, on the next one, if we get another close over that region, I will be looking for continuation from the bulls. Okay, getting up to 25 cents and then consequentially getting up to 35 cents. Okay, but if we start closing underneath the midpoint, that would tip me off on us actually getting a better bid to the downside. Okay, what we do not want to be seeing on the 4-hour time frame, notice something else, guys. Okay, now even on that last pullback, now these are good signatures that you need to keep your eyes peeled on if you're playing this chart aggressively. Okay, we put in the wick low right here, okay? This was on 16th of April. Now, even on this crazy move to the downside that we saw yesterday, this did not take out this low right here. This was still a higher low that came in. Okay, another higher low. So what I'll be looking for, even if price has to get rejected off of this midpoint and we come back down, I'll be looking for this to set in another higher low. And if I had to really put my bids on any level, it would be right here. Okay, because at this point, it won't only be the 22 cent region that we broke into. Okay, that is also lining up with the 10 SMA, as well as I'll be expecting the 21 EMA to come in line with that. Okay, that's going to be a good sort of region of contention, and not just that, it'll be very, very easy to manage your trade off of. Okay, because of how important of a level that is, even if we do break 22 cents to the downside, there is a good chance that you get a retest of that region like we got here. Notice what happened here, guys. We broke 22 cents, got a retest, and then we saw continuation to the downside. But it gave you a chance to get out of your trade in profit. Okay, so when you see trade setups like that, they're usually neat trade setups, very, very easy to manage with very minimal cost to it. Okay, so far, I think Vechain USDT looking good. I personally, just looking at this daily candle, I say we go up from here, okay? This is a bloody bullish chart. But now let's quickly get on over to Vechain BTC. Now remember, on the Mango dashboard, Vechain BTC is currently telling us that, hey, it's in neutral territory. And there we go, a nice clean chart. Sean always hates on me for having like the messiest charts. And I often have to just go ahead and do what I just did, right? Just go and clear the whole damn thing out. But anyways, let's go ahead and draw out some of those horizontals that I previously had, okay? But they're the important ones. So we had one, oh my god, I just realized something. When we actually last covered Vechain BTC, we were hovering over this region right here, right? Because I marked out that beautiful cup and handle formation, and I told you we broke out of it. However, we had not met the measured move, and if you go ahead and plot the measured move out on this beautiful cup and handle pattern, where would that have taken us up to? That would have taken Vechain USDT up to this region right here. Okay, and as far as I remember, we had not even taken out these guys right here. Okay, so these highs were still pretty intact. It was still a target for us. And what do you know? And this is the power of altcoins sometimes. Okay, and this is why it pays to be careful when it comes to these volatile charts, especially in a bull market. It's going to pay to be in the trend, okay, and not to get liquidated. Because if you're still a part of it, I mean, you got a major chunk of this move to the upside. Because the last time we covered Vechain BTC, we had just about broken out of the cup and handle, right? And this was the max target on our chart, which came in at 366 sats, which was the measured move. And as things unfolded, okay, we saw Vechain USDT also rip to the upside, giving us those beautiful moves to the upside, and also consequentially led Vechain BTC to also rip to the upside. And why was that? It was because Bitcoin was still very much in its consolidation, right? Yes, Bitcoin did break over 60K, but it didn't see that continuation that Vechain saw. And that's what prompted this candle. Now, the last weekly candle was a good 93% to the upside. 93%. Okay, this is the power of the altcoins. Now, if you're wondering, Krisha, where can this go? I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. Okay, this is in blue sky breakout right now, and could we get additional retests? Possibly. I don't think, I mean, this is clearly not trending on the weekly, so maybe the 4-hour time frame then. Okay, so this is clearly trending on the 4-hour time frame. We've yet to lose even the 4-hour 21 EMA. We're trending on that. So far, it appears that every test of the 4-hour 10 SMA, okay, and even the highs have been good retests. They've been good buy opportunities. So yes, you could possibly build your trades off of it, but that would be the invalidation point. Okay, this is like aggressive right now. It is bloody bullish for Vechain BTC. But what is to note here, okay, is that the structure is going to be key. Okay, so keep your eyes peeled on the structure. Well, I can say, I'm not going to say that 21 EMA has proved to be a good signature, because notice this right here, right? We broke down only for price to take it back up, broke down again for us to get back up, and then continuation. So I wouldn't say that the 21 EMA is super reliable. However, it's been trending on it, right? What I am going to be keeping my eyes peeled on is that overall structure. So I'm looking for the series of higher lows to be maintained. So this right here, okay, that's what we want to see. As soon as we start breaking, I believe it's the Kijun, right? As soon as we start taking out that Kijun to the downside, only then will I be anticipating further downside on this chart. But if you're someone trying to get into a trade on the Vechain BTC chart, I think it'd be prudent to actually have an invalidation point on this trade. Okay, it is going to be super important given the volatility on this chart. You do not want to be invalidated only for price to get into another consolidation, okay, and you lose even more on your trade. And not just lose, you're sitting there and it's just going to end up being opportunity cost. You do not want that. Okay, so have an invalidation point on this chart. I think in my next VeChain analysis with you guys, now that we've sort of, you know, gotten into a level of price discovery, I'll come up with additional targets for you. Okay, I can do that. At the very least, I can do that. And yeah, that's all I have here for you guys. I think the alts are going to run just by looking at Bitcoin dominance. I think Bitcoin dominance took out a very, very major region of support. Okay, so it looks like it may want to fall further. And if BTC dominance falls further, that is tipping me off on altcoins actually wanting to run, given much of their overall structures right now. I think all of the altcoins got picked back up aggressively. So something to note, keep your eyes peeled on the altcoins. With this, guys, trade safely, trade stress-free, trade the mango way, trade the easy way. Ciao.